If you guys want to make insane amounts of e-dollars in fish, this is the video for you. I'm going to be telling you guys what the best rods are right now in fish, as well as exactly how to get them, about some first sea rods that are actually a lot better than the second sea rods, as well as exactly where you guys should be fishing to make millions. And I'm talking about millions of e-dollars and be able to basically get everything in the game, because there's not that much to get. Anyways, let's start off with second sea rods. So the two best rods right now, and I'd say they're almost interchangeable, is the free spirit rod with a 25% lure speed, 150% luck, 0.15 control, 10% resilience, and a 5,000 max kilogram limit. The free spirit rod it's decent, but if you actually go ahead and get hasty on it, it goes from decent to actually really good. But there is a certain thing that you guys actually need to do to get this rod, and that certain thing is go all the way to this brand new island, the Isle of New Beginnings. And then once you guys are here, all you guys have to do is go right behind this angler dude. I don't know what you want to call him, but nobody does his quests. Anyways, right behind him, you can buy the rod for 200,000 e-dollars. I'll show you a good way to get money for that as well, but you're actually unable to buy the rod. Well, I am, but if you don't have 70% bestiary completion, you aren't able to buy the rod. Like you won't be able to. And don't worry, I'm not talking about the whole entire bestiary, all 35 spots. I'm talking about just the Isle of New Beginnings. But the good news is, if you guys have a couple of these guys, yeah, I'm talking about sundial totems, and you have literally any C1 fishing rod. And the thing is, all right, I know the level requirement is 200. So if you're telling me that you don't have a good enough rod to fish here, you're just lying. This is also where I would say is the best spot to fish if you actually want to go get the 200,000 e-dollars, because bro, from the first sea, you're most likely going to have a better rod than all of the beginner rods. You're not going to need one in the first place. All of the mid-tier rods, you're not going to need one in the first place, because you'll either have, I don't know, a trident rod, volcanic rod, and all these rods are like, okay, the volcanic rod, I would say, yeah, you should get a mid-tier one instead. But even if you guys have something like the trident rod and then you guys use deep coral, I'm telling you right now, if you're using a first sea rod, use deep coral. And especially if you have the one and only ethereal prism rod, use some deep coral and stick it up. Like it's easy, just stick up with it and just fish here until you guys get 200,000. And by the time you're fishing here, if you're using sundial totems, fishing at day and night, you will easily, and I'm talking about easily, finish 77% of the Isle of New Beginnings and be able to cop this beautiful rod for the price of 200,000 e-dollars. There's another rod as well, but let me go into kind of, I guess, the special abilities of this rod, because it's not just a rod, okay? It has some special powers. If all it had was just like the stats, I would say this rod is just like a version of the trident rod. But let's see, I'm gonna show you. Okay, it should be I think it's a 20% chance to have a gem rain, and every single time that it has a gem rain, the gem rain will cause your fish to be worth 5 times more. So if you guys know the passive of the ethereal prism rod, it's kind of similar to that, in which, oh, nope, did not get that mutation there. Also, I forgot to say, it strikes, slices, just like the trident rod. So I would honestly say this is like the second sea version of the trident rod, but for some reason it's really easy to get. Like, bro, when I first got the trident rod, that was a grind of my life. And by the way, if you're using second sea rods, you probably don't need to use deep coral. That's only for first sea rods, I would say. So I honestly, if your rod is slow, brother, just use seaweed. Why did I sing that? Who do I think I am? All right, anyways, basically, as I was saying, it's kind of like the ethereal prism rod, except it has a lower chance and you get lower amounts of money. I mean, it is what it is. So the ethereal prism rod is a 50% chance to be worth, I think, 8 times more, and this one is a 20% chance to be worth 5 times more. So obviously there's not going to be a rod as good as the ethereal prism rod was in the first sea, but we will get back to that in the end of the video. Make sure to watch to the end, because the rod at the end you honestly might not expect. Anyways, guys, the next thing we're doing is heading all the way over to the one, the only curse Cursed Shores, and the Cursed Shores is where I'll be showing you guys to get the next rod, which honestly has some problems with it, and in my opinion isn't as good as the Free Spirit rod, but a lot of people say it is. Okay, I'm talking about the Great Dreamer rod. If you guys come right here at the Cursed Shores, walk up here, climb up these little ladders, you should be able to buy the Great Dreamer rod for the price of 500,000. And here's, I guess, the special stuff with it. Yes, it has better stats. I will say the stats are better, but the passive is interesting. Okay, interesting to say the least. But 65% lure speed, 80% luck, 0.12 control, 12% resilience, and an 8,000 max kilogram limit. And honestly, like the first couple of days of C2, the passes, what the heck? The passes were all bugged, but now I'm pretty sure they actually worked. I actually just tested it the other day. So what it's supposed to do is every 2 catches, Cthulhu is supposed to teleport to wherever the heck you are. Oh my gosh. Okay, but you guys see what I'm saying? Why is it hard to catch fish with the best second sea rod? Like, I'm actually having trouble. I honestly probably should have used coral. Like this is why I'm saying second sea does have a lot of issues. But as I was saying, if I can catch these freaking fish, I can show you the passive. Okay, that's fish number 1, and hopefully this fish isn't a freaking behemoth that decides to just take me down. Okay, nice. It's a bait crate. Okay, well guys, just look what happens when I catch this bait crate. And I have a lot to say about the next rod, but look. Is it gonna happen? Is it gonna happen? Oh my gosh, is it actually still glitched? I'll try one more catch. Why the heck are all the fish negative 60% progress speed? Like, bro, I'm on, like, this is supposed to be the best rod. It's the most expensive rod in the entire second sea. And okay, let's just hope the passability actually works. And okay, there we go. Finally, it actually worked. But as you guys can see, it caught me another fish. So it's kind of like the Rod of the Depths, but it's I don't know, it's kind of mid, and it's also kind of buggy right now. So for that reason, I'm saying that the Free Spirit rod is just not it at all. Anyways, let's get into these spots that you guys should be fishing at if you want to make insane amounts of money. All right, first spot up, the Azure Lagoon. At the Azure Lagoon. Oh, why did I just jump up 30,000 meters? Anyway, shoot, man, shoot. Okay, as I was saying, so Azure Lagoon, fish here at nighttime. Make sure you have a ton of sundial totems. If it's Aurora or server luck, also fish here. Very good, wonderful spot. I actually don't prefer fishing here, and I will show you guys a spot that I actually used to get my 1.5 million that I used to buy literally every single rod in the game. And as I show you guys this last spot, I'm gonna hit you with a hard a splash of water of truth. Yeah, splash of water of truth, let's call it that. Guys, the unfortunate truth about the second sea is that none of the rods that I just mentioned are actually as good as a lot of the second sea rods. By the way, the spot is Isle of New Beginnings at nighttime. It's also the best XP spot. It's technically the best XP spot in the game as stated by the Fish Wiki. You can disagree with me on that if you want. I'm so serious when I say this, you guys. The Ethereal Prism Rod right now, Ethereal Prism Rod and the Challenger Rod is still the best for XP. I'm talking about the Challenger Rod, and the Ethereal Prism Rod is still the best for money in the second sea. Meaning, even if you grind to the best rod in the second sea right now and you have like a trash rod, it's like you might as well just go back to the first sea and get the good rod. Like, it's so dumb. But yeah, Fish said that they'll fix it eventually, so I guess we'll see. All right, let me know what you guys think about this update and these methods that I showed you guys in this video. If this helped, go ahead and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.